Hello and welcome to episode 236 of the Daily Sales Message Sales Podcast, where every single day I share simple, actionable sales tips, sales techniques, practical strategies that are designed to help you feel more confident and sell more stuff. Today we're talking about one of, I say this a lot, actually one of my most favorite, I have a lot of favorites, one of my most favorite things to say to my clients. Ignorance is my superpower. Ignorance is my superpower. And this pertains to the work I do with Clear Sales Message, when I'm helping businesses to articulate their value proposition, to actually explain what they offer and understand what to say to people to communicate their offering, which can sound really basic and flippant, but if you've ever struggled to explain what you offer or what you do or how your business works, whatever, it's actually a really pervasive issue. So ignorance is my superpower comes back to this notion of I will ask the most stupid, blunt, obvious, silly questions possible and be devil's advocate as much as possible, because we have to presume your potential buyer knows nothing. We have to presume they have no previous experience or knowledge about any of the things that you're talking about. And we have to boil them down into the most basic parts. This is a bit like something called the Feynman technique, which is where if you can't explain something to a child, you have to simplify it further. It works along those lines, but ignorance is my superpower. Why is it important for this to happen? Why that? Why? When I push my clients and ask them these ignorant, stupid questions, that's where the truth comes out. So for example, my company's called Clear Sales Message. What does it mean to be clear? Would be a great question. What's the value of something being clear? Now that sounds like a really seemingly obvious question. What's the value of something being clear? Well, if it's easier to understand, people actually get it, and then they more likely to buy it, more likely to tell their friends or relay your message internally. We have this Chinese whisper effect going on, and that is valuable. So on the other side of ignorance, it's intelligence in a way. So if you ask the stupid question, the obvious, bold, ignorant question, something like, what's the importance of something being clear? What's the importance of making more money and having cheaper prices and more selection or whatever? When you actually get to the answer, that can be really useful for your client. So think about that today. Ask yourself stupid, ignorant questions about your own business and try to answer them. Or better yet, get a loved one or a partner or a colleague or a friend to ask you stupid, obvious, blunt questions about your business, because we have to presume that nobody knows anything about you, your business, the problem you solve. If we can boil it down to that level of simplicity, then you're streets ahead of most of your competition, and every sales conversation you have will be that much easier. So that's it for this episode of the Daily Sales Message. Tomorrow, in episode 237, don't tell me, show me. Another one of my mantras, another one of my aphorisms. We'll talk about that tomorrow. Don't tell me, show me. In the meantime, if you haven't already, hop on over to LinkedIn. You'll find me there. Excuse me, James Newell, Clear Sales Message. Shoot me a connection request. Pop me a DM. Let me know what you like about the podcast. If there's anything you don't like, obviously you'd have to share that with me. That's cool. Ask me if you want me to cover anything in a future episode. Any questions you may have, I'm happy to oblige. Thank you for listening or watching all the way to the end. I do appreciate it. I'll catch you tomorrow for another very colourful edition of the Daily Sales Message.